Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Thursday video report. Free selection coming up in just a moment on the Philadelphia-Miami NBA contest, plus all the details on how you can take an absolutely free shot at winning $250 of my money simply by taking part in the NBA playoff free roll tonight, the tournament being held in conjunction with DraftStreet.com. That's right, $250 of my money up for grabs, an absolutely free entry for you in tonight's tournament. All the details of that coming up in just a moment. Listen, we could talk about any of Wednesday's playoff games, but I think the most important thing to come out of Wednesday was simply this. Did you happen to catch the Real World from Las Vegas? I mean, listen, guys, I do not specialize in just watching the Jersey Shore. I've been watching the Real World since season number 1, and this year, of course, the Real World is back in Vegas. They were at the Palms a number of years ago. That cast really sucked. But this year, they were over at the Hard Rock in Vegas, and I'm telling you, the Real World casting directors, you know, when the audition tapes must come in, they must think to themselves, let us find some attractive girls that act stupid and asinine when they're drunk. And last night, guys, we had drunkenness, we had drama queens, and we had it all courtesy of Nany and Naomi. You just couldn't beat the show last night, guys. I mean, it was tremendous. Who needs afternoon soap operas when you've got this? This is real reality TV. And this, of course, is the same show that had Adam, another drunk SOB, kicked out of the Hard Rock, kicked off the show a couple of weeks ago because, well, you can only be a drunken fool so many times in a row. But last night, we had added drama. Added drama because they replaced Adam with an attractive-looking girl by the name of Cookie. And it only took her 3 minutes onto the show to already set her sights on Heather's boyfriend, Zito. Now, guys, this was a real dilemma because Adam used to be Zito's roommate. So Adam gets kicked off the show. Who does Zito room with? Cookie, the new girl. This causes a dilemma with Heather. Listen, guys, you know, you guys out there, you're gambling all the time. I am here to fill you in on all your pop culture phenomena. I don't want you appearing on Jeopardy sometime next week and not knowing who Zito's new roommate was. So this is why you got to watch these videos every single day. Okay, as we move on now to basketball. And by the way, shameless plug time, unabashed plug. Guys, just for men, you guys should sponsor these videos. Look at this great job. I mean, look at this dye job here. This is all white. But every 3 days, wonderful thing. I mean, that's the great thing about doing these videos on your laptop. You can really look in close to the screen and go, I didn't miss a spot. Anyway, shameless plug over. Let's turn to the tournament tonight. Listen, I've been playing Rotisserie League basketball and baseball fantasy leagues since like the mid-'80s. Entered my first NBA fantasy league back in 1986. It was myself and 13 other writers from across the country that were covering different sports. We all used to get together and do it. We hardly ever saw each other during the course of the year. But, you know, when you're covering the NBA, it keeps you amused, entertained over the course of a long, long season that starts in November and ends sometime in June. And I will never forget, I won the very first NBA Fantasy League that I ever entered thanks to Akeem Olajuwon because I won the entire league, the 14-member team, by 2 block shots. And it was all because I had Akeem Olajuwon. Listen, here's the deal tonight with the tournament that is being held in conjunction with DraftStreet.com. $250 of my money is up for grabs, and you'll be playing against me and hundreds of others, many of whom are watching this video as well. The first 5 finishers, the top 5 finishers, all finish in the money. And this is an absolutely free tournament to enter. Here's how you play. You get a $100,000 salary cap. And with that $100,000, you've got to draft 8 players. You know, you need a couple of guards, a couple of forwards, a couple of centers, a couple of utility players. And what you have to realize is, yeah, you could go out and get LeBron James. You know, you could go out and get Dwight Howard, but those 2 guys will probably cost you between $37,000 and $40,000 of your total bankroll, which then means you've got to get 6 other players for, let's say, $60,000, which is certainly doable, but there's strategy involved here. Remember, with these fantasy leagues, and the way it's run through DraftStreet.com is this. You get a point for every point that your players score, but you get more than a point. You get a point and a half or 2 points, depending on if they come up with steals or block shots or assists. But this is the thing that I love about these drafts and these fantasy league teams. You have points deducted for every free throw missed, for every field goal missed. So you don't want Gilbert Arenas on your team. You know what I mean? Now, this particular tournament that we're running here today in conjunction with DraftStreet.com, It is based on the players active in the 6 NBA playoff games, 3 tonight and 3 tomorrow. You have until 7 o'clock tonight Eastern Time to get your finalized lineup and roster in there, okay? And you can make changes throughout the day. I think that this is a great opportunity, even for those of you out there that aren't NBA junkies, because, guys, listen, you've got 6 games. You've got 12 teams. You've already seen these teams play each other twice so far in the playoffs. You've got tendencies. You've got player rotations. This is the easiest time to do and put together a team, as opposed to a regular season Friday night where you've got 28 teams that you've got to pick among. This is a great opportunity, and again, it's a free entry for you. You'll be playing against me and hundreds of others. The last one that we ran here 4 Fridays ago, I finished 16th out of 254 entrants. Not bad, you know. I lost my money, but hey, it was fun. That's what it's all about. Check it out. It's free. You'll see the ad right here underneath my video and on the page as well. All your instructions are right there. It'll take you 5 minutes to put your team together for a shot to win $250 of my money. So good luck, everybody. Now, let's talk about your free pick tonight. Are you surprised that the Miami Heat are only a 4.5-point favorite? I was absolutely shocked. I mean, have the Philadelphia 76ers shown you anything in this series that they can possibly be competitive tonight? Oh, I know it's a do-or-die situation. They're down 0-2 and they're back at home, where they played great throughout the season after a miserable start. But really, after they took that big double-digit lead in the opening quarter of the first game of this series, what have the 76ers done in this series? I just cannot believe that LeBron and D-Wade, 2 guys with veterans with playoff experience, will give the Philadelphia 76ers the possibility of even getting back into this series. And what does it tell you? That the Heat are only a 4.5-point favorite. Now, listen, guys, you know, Miami has won every single game in this series so far, and Philadelphia has been competitive in most of those games. They certainly were not competitive in game number 2 a couple of days ago. I had the glory of watching that one in the emergency room of the hospital. What a thrill. I don't know what was more painful, watching the 76ers or the blood clot in my leg. But again, I just don't see anything. I am shocked that Miami isn't laying 7 points here. I mean, Philadelphia has dropped 7 of its last 8 games straight up and against the spread, a losing streak that really coincided with Lou Williams, their #1 scorer off the bench, who averages about 15 points a game, and really the leader of that second-team offense with Thaddeus Young and Evan Turner that's really given Doug Collins' team such a lift this year. Once he suffered a hamstring injury that cost him to miss the rest of the end of the regular season, he has played okay in the first 2 games here in the playoffs. But listen, the Heat have dominated them on the boards. Miami's won 17 of its last 20 games. Again, D-Wade and LeBron, these are 2 veterans that know the importance of never giving the opponent an opportunity to even think they can get back into the series. I say they throttle the Sixers tonight. They are underpriced favorite, and I think Miami is the way to go here again. 17-3 running. And by the way, the other key thing is, what has Iguodala done for Philadelphia in this series? I mean, 2 for 8 for 5 points in game number 2 after having 4 points on 2 for 7 shooting in game number 1. I don't think the 76ers suddenly wake up tonight, so I like Miami as your freebie. Good luck, everybody, and I will catch you again then for Friday morning, or your Friday video report. Good luck, everybody.